All right. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Rick Slager here from Produce with Purpose in Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Rick, thanks for jumping on with me.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. I would love to ask you 6 questions about Produce with Purpose and dive into what your business is all about. Is that okay?
That is great.
All right, here we go. When people ask you what Produce with Purpose does, how do you describe your business?
Well, it's a broad scope at some point, or some, um, but most of what we are trying to do is provide a little better quality food at a reasonable price for all walks of life.
Very good. Share a little bit more with all walks of life. Do you do only like commercial? Do you do retail? Are you online? Like what are the different streams that people can connect with you through?
So you can connect with us on a personal level in the farmers markets in
Okay.
Appleton and our retail location here in Kokona. You can do this online and you can order we call it build a box today, and we'll put it on your doorstep tomorrow here in the Fox Valley.
Wow.
And we also serve fine restaurants and specialty grocers across a wide band of from Green Bay to Chicago.
Wow, that sounds wonderful and tasty, by the way. So, so I understand you started your business in 2010. What was your business like when you started your business and how has it changed?
Well, it started with about half an acre or less, and we went to a farmer's market in the fall, my youngest daughter and I, and we kind of said, "This is fun."
Mm.
And I was just transitioning out of another business, and I've always had dirt underneath my fingernails, so to speak. Love growing things, and the next few years, we just kept scaling up to, an acre and then a couple acres and 4 acres. And the next
Wow.
thing you know, we were doing 23 acres of produce. So now then we scaled back um, to a few acres. And then recently we sold our farm to another vegetable farmer in
Okay.
the end of 2022.
Okay. Very neat. And so now you have this new building up in Kakana that is retail, right?
It's a multifunctional building, and we have a retail storefront, is open 6 days a week. We're also hosting a pop-up market every Saturday that allows 4 to 7 vendors come in our warehouse where we clean it up on a Saturday, and we invite the public and other farmers and vendors to come, and it's a little farmers market. And yeah, it's been exciting to see this place develop in the last 14 months. So,
Wow. Very neat. So what is the biggest way you impact the community? I know you have a lot of different ways. Could you share a few of those?
well, I think it's hit again multifaceted. I would hope that we're providing a little better quality, fresher food for our public, and we hope to think it's a little more reasonably priced. And it's fresher. We just feel like you get a bigger bang for your buck when you buy fresher and local produce. Secondly, I believe that we're giving access to some other farmers right now that help them in aggregation and our new model of being a food hub here in Kaukauna or Appleton.
Okay.
So,
Very interesting. And you're also providing a place every Saturday for other vendors to sell as well, huh? Very neat.
correct. Yeah, we're really excited about how this has blossomed in the last. We just started doing pop ups since November, and for 6 months, we're excited about what this could be for the community
Mhm.
and other vendors, and of course, we'd like to think that it's helping us as well. So, but
Absolutely.
I would like to think that it's more of a community. When everybody wins, we just feel everybody wins, and so
Mhm.
including the community.
That's wonderful. So what is one challenge that you have faced as a business owner that other business owners could learn from?
Well, I don't know. I think most business owners will agree to me that the labor is a huge um, problem,
Mhm.
for lack of better terms, I think. But um, I think other farmers could learn from me is that just scaling up and maybe making sure that you have a few things in place before you do scale up, and like labor,
Mm,
and making sure that you have a really good labor force before you do scale up. I think that's one thing I would definitely recommend. And so
well, thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. That is a tough one. And yeah, everybody wants to grow, but how fast can they grow if they don't have the correct time?
yeah, if you don't have anybody picking your produce at the end of the season, that's a tough one. And so
Absolutely.
you have to make sure, or at least hope and plan, that you do have the labor.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Thank you. So what does the future look like for Produce with Purpose? And do you have an exit plan?
well, I think the future is pretty bright, and so we've just got our commercial kitchen licensed, and we're going to be producing some value added things, and kombucha and
Mm,
fermented items. And so we've always wanted to do some value added, and we feel like this will be a big part of Produce with Purpose in the future. And starting a food hub, and a food hub is basically taking a number of farmers and kind of being a source where maybe one farmer grows sweet corn, one farmer grows green beans. Not uh, every farmer, and this is one of the mistakes that I think I made in vegetable production, is trying to grow 50 different things. And
oh,
so I think it's helpful if I can pass this wisdom on to other farmers. And what are you good at growing? What is your soil? Can you grow good carrots? Can you grow good potatoes? And putting all these farmers together, and being a distribution point here in Appleton, which is a pretty strategic place here in the valley, really
hmm
is. And
hmm
so, and there's only a few food hubs in Wisconsin, and there's none in Fox Valley. So
wow. Well, that is exciting. It's very helpful for the community, and that sounds
yeah,
wonderful. So my
yeah.
final question for you is all subjects open. Rick, what inspires you most?
That's a big question. Um, I'm really passionate about food,
Mm,
good food. And I feel like most of society's issues come from lack of lack of maybe understanding how good food important it is to your
mhm,
diet, or your overall well-being.
mhm.
And it's I just want to see people eat better and live little better life. And I think you are what you eat, and that's, if I can help two people do that, that'd be great. So
It's absolutely beautiful and inspiring. Yeah, that basic human need that some people take for granted and other people are just literally dying to try and get, right?
well, I've been interacting with people for over 10 years in farmers markets, and on a personal level, I love to talk with people about food. And I am amazed. Maybe that's a pretty strong word, but I'm amazed at how many people don't know how to use food.
Mm,
And so growing up a little, where the time that I grew up, McDonald's just became a thing.
mhm,
And so the last 40 years or 50 years, basically, there's a whole generation that just ate fast food and convenient food, and just forgot about or never were taught how to cook food. And so that's kind of one of the other things that we're just trying to stress is we have meal kits that people can put together and make it a little simpler for people, and
wonderful.
educate people on how to cook and how to eat a little better.
That is so great. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Rick. If somebody wants to get in contact with you, whether they're a restaurant owner, they want to come to the market, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
Well, you can find all of our information on our main website, www.producewithpurpose.com.
Mhm.
And wholesalers can reach out to us off of that. There's a link that can ask for our wholesale availability.
Okay.
Our Kakana location is posted on our website as well, and we're open 6 days a week, 10 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Saturdays 9 to 2 with that pop-up market that I mentioned
Nice.
every Saturday from 9 to 12:30.
Wonderful. Thank you. And do you have any social media that people can follow you on?
We have Facebook, and we are on Instagram as well.
Wonderful. Rick, thank you so much for enriching people's lives with great food as well as helping other small business owners and farmers thrive as well.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.